Hi class, today we're going to work on our math lessons. Today will be a little bit different because I'm going to show you how we're going to improvise and modify some of these math lessons here. So today we're going to talk about this worksheet here, which is the adding. We're also going to talk about this worksheet, which is the pie chart. So we'll need these two worksheets, and if you can, grab some items that you have a few of. For this lesson, I'm going to use markers because it's always best when we're counting to have a real object to count. You can use Cheerios, you can use using markers, you can use pennies, whatever you have enough of that you can count and physically move the object is what's going to help us. Just seeing the numbers, that's too abstract for us. We need like the real objects. So you'll need some real objects to count too. What I like about markers is that they have colors, and some of us are working on matching or identifying colors. And so markers are a great way to kind of mix in colors, identifying that, especially if you have smelly markers. Next time you're out at the store, if you see smelly markers, those are great for our kids because not only do they have color, but they have cool smells too. So we use that a lot in the classroom, smelly markers, just to help engage and bring another level of kind of fun and another sensory element into the lesson. So we have our two worksheets. I have our markers that we're going to count, and we're going to jump in. We're going to do this one first, which is our counting. So while we have this worksheet, we don't really in the classroom pay too much attention to the word problem of it. We're really just working on number concepts and even just identifying a group that has more of something or less of something. That's what some of us are working on right now with our math skills. So if we start out just with a little math review of which hand am I holding that has more markers? Which hand has more markers? This one or this one? This is kind of hard to do over video, so it might be better to do in person with your student. But try to just work on which one has more. So this one, yeah, this hand right here has more. Well, let's count. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers in this hand, and this had 1, 2 markers, and 5 is more than 2. So this one has more markers. So sort of stuff like that where we're looking at groups of objects. When you're doing laundry, if you have a bunch of socks or if you have a stack of towels, you can talk about that this stack of towels is more than this stack of towels, or stuff like that that you can do with the things that you already have at home. So if we're counting, we're going to look at the first question here. It wants us to add 6 plus 1. Now the worksheets are good because they have pictures that we can count, which some of us can do. So it says, Mary Beth is counting items at the bank. She counts 6 deposit slips. She counts 1 loan application. How many items does Mary Beth count all together? So we have a picture of 6 things here and a picture of 1 thing here. So we could use our pencil to count along, to count the pictures of things. So let's try that. Let's count along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to add the pictures together. We counted 7 things. So even if you're just counting along or listening to me count up to 10, that's about what we do, is counting up to 10. Some of us go a little beyond that, or we might count by 2s or 5s. But right now, let's just stick to counting under 10. 6 plus 1 is 7. We counted 7 things. So a grown-up or whoever's helping you do this can write the number 7. If you have stamps that have the number 7, you can use stamps too. But here it is, number 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7. Cool, we have one more thing to do, one more equation. What I like to do, especially on this page, because there's a lot to look at, I'll fold the page in half so that we're not visually distracted by all the other stuff. So here's our next equation. Ryan and Randy are passing out lollipops to customers at the bank. That's nice of them. Ryan passes out 2 lollipops. Randy passes out 4 lollipops. How many lollipops do they pass out together? So all together means we're going to add, we're going to count them together. So let's count out loud together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. I will write the number 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Again, if you're able to find something that you have enough of, go ahead and find that total, grown-ups, and count along with it. So if that first equation was 6 plus 1 equals 7, so get 7 of something and count along with the things. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here are 7 markers. 6 plus 1 equals 7. We can do the same with the other equation. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Let's count again. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So that's kind of how we talk about counting. The other worksheet is a pie chart. Now, I realized, and I apologize for this packet actually has the wrong questions for it. So I apologize for that. We can go ahead and forget all about this page here. Just, it's not the same questions. But what we can do is improvise, and we make it up on the spot sometimes when things don't work out. Like that's upside down. We're going to just talk about colors. Colors are something that we talk about a lot in class. We can talk about colors when we get dressed in the morning, talk about what color clothes we want to wear, maybe what color plate we want to use when we eat. There's all sorts of ways that we can talk about colors. So for this pie chart, we can just try to identify colors. So if you have this worksheet, I was able to print it out in color for you guys. Go ahead and just talk about the colors. So on your own, try to find the color yellow. And again, if you have something that the kid can match the color to the item, it's going to be better because matching is a great skill that we're working on. So if we're looking for yellow, let's see. That's not the same color. Getting close, that's not it. Look, it kind of blends in. They are the same color. They match. So here it is. Here's yellow. Cool. Let's try to find one more. Let's see. I'm getting out my markers here. If anybody knows where my red marker is, let me know. Okay, we're going to look for the color purple. Here's the color purple. Let's see. Is that the same? No. Is that the same? Kind of close, but no. Hey, look. It blends together. Purple and purple. These colors are the same. They are the same. These colors are different. These colors are the same. So we found purple. Great job. Here's purple. So that's some way that you can modify, you know, when things don't work out, when you print the wrong page, you say sorry and you find a new way to do it. So sorry about that, guys. But that's a great way to work on colors, work on more and less, or bigger and smaller. You can say the blue piece is bigger than the red piece. The red piece is little. It's a little red piece. Maybe a medium-sized yellow piece and a medium-sized purple piece, but a big blue piece, right? So we can talk about big and small colors. We can talk about shapes, that this is a circle and that there's triangles inside of the circle. And there's words over here, and the words are inside rectangles, right? So there's all sorts of ways that we can modify a lesson. We can talk about the shapes, colors, concepts like big and little. So there's all sorts of different ways that we can talk about math in our real lives. So great job kind of thinking on the fly and doing our 2 worksheets. We did our counting and we did our colors and shapes. All right, so great job, everybody, and I will see you for our next lesson. Bye.